Hello, and thank you for coming to watch my video today. If you enjoy it, I'd really love it if you could like and subscribe. Today I am using Pearlywinks sprays to create this butterfly gift box. I'm starting with some smooth white stamping card and pumpkin orange and hot pink wink vibes, and also the Pearlywinks Pearly Sky Blue spray. I'm trying to keep the different colours away from each other a little bit so that they don't blend too much. So I was worried that the blue and orange would end up making mud, but actually they made quite a nice colour together. To create a textured effect on my card, I'm using coarse salt, which I'm going to leave to dry overnight, which is an old watercolour technique. After drying all night, I wiped off the salt and I cut out 2 pillow box shapes using one of my dies. This is now the Pebeo Mixtion glue, which I'm using a fan brush with. This is specifically designed to work with gilding sheets that are for cold foiling, not hot. It was left to dry for about 15 minutes, and now I'm using the silver foiling sheets with the shiny side up to add some extra texture and shine and shimmer to my pillow boxes. Here you can see how shiny it is. I'm now using the Retro Fun stencil from Crafterscope, and I'm mixing together some clear modelling paste from Deco Art with some of the teal angel dust from Pearlywinks to create my own sparkle paste. I don't want to take too much out of the pot because obviously I don't want it to go to waste, so I only take what I need. I start by mixing some of the glitter in, and then I add more as I want to get to the sort of texture that I think will work the best. At this stage it looks a little bit dull because the modelling paste starts out as a sort of a milky consistency. However, as it dries it will go clear and the sparkle from the glitter comes through again. A little bit of an accident there, but luckily it wasn't too damaged. I'm using my palette knife at the sort of 45-degree angle, and I'm holding the stencil down as firm as I can. You could use stencil tape, but I've never got the patience to do that. And this was again left to make sure it was totally dry. Whilst that was drying, I got on with creating my butterfly using an anti-static bag to make sure that I don't get powder where it's not required. I'm using the Bloom and Flight stamp produced by Pearlywinks and designed by Cheryl Wall, and I'm stamping it twice with Versamark because I want to layer it up. The embossing powder is a silver, very fine detailed powder from Cosmic Shimmer. I like to use a super fine powder when I'm doing very detailed stamping because it makes the best effect. I'm using my Ranger heat gun, which has a much lower strength to it, so it is much more gentle. You could use one of the more pointed, higher pressured sort of heat guns for this, but I just always keep this one out because it's ideal for all different things. I'm now going to use the Pearlywinks sprays, but actually as a colouring medium. So I'm spraying each of the same 3 colours I used earlier. I'm shaking up the blue because it is a pearl spray, so the mica will settle at the bottom, so it does need shaking. So again, I'm using the pumpkin orange, the hot pink and the sky blue, but as you will see in a moment, I can actually create other colours as well just using those three. The pillow box was then stuck together using red liner tape and some glue, and I cut out and layered up the butterfly so that it was more of a decoupage 3D look. I'm now using the sentiments set from Pearlywinks, and I've chosen Thinking of You, and I'm going to stamp and heat emboss in the same way as I did the butterfly. I'm now going to apologise because I put my heat gun right in front of where I was heating, but it was the only way I could make sure that I was heating up all the powder equally. I've now gotten out my silver gilding leaf pen. It's got a bit of a fluffy tip. It should be, if you had a new one, it would look a lot more sharper than that, but mine is very well used. So rather than mat my sentiment onto another piece of card, I just put an edge round with my silver pen so that it gave the effect without all the bulk. I prepared a piece of organza silver ribbon with some red liner tape, which I then struggled to get off, and this is just to go around my box, as I felt it just needed a little bit of something extra for the butterfly to sit upon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have my join where the butterfly will sit so that you won't be able to see it. I'm using glue gel to fix the butterfly to the ribbon. I find that gives a really firm hold, and again the same glue gel to attach the sentiment, just give it a bit of 3D raisedness, if that's such a word as well. After I'd finished, I actually also added a bow to the side because I felt it just needed a little bit of something. Thank you for watching, and all links are in the description box underneath the video. Thank you, and I hope you can like and subscribe.